Welcome to this week's blog. You know, many people right now obviously have some deep financial concerns. Many people have crazy busy schedules. Many people are just trying to get through the day-to-day stuff. And in the midst of all that, we cannot allow our families to suffer. Family time still has to be priority. Do you realize that just last year, 66.8% of the men had jobs? That's the lowest number of men working since the records have been kept. So many people are out of work, many people are hurting financially. I understand all that. You know, the American people right now, they spend about 23% of their take-home income just on food and gasoline, just the basic stuff to get through life. So I understand the stress and the pressure on the family, but we can still thrive doing this. You know, family values are just so important, and it's easy to put things aside. It's easy to kind of get caught into your own little world. And parents, kids need to know that they're important, that no matter what's going on in life, that they are still priority. It's God and family. That's the most important things that we can have. The Banking Association said that over 8 million people right now are at least 1 month behind in paying their mortgage. The numbers tell us that the American family, the average debt ratio is 136%, which means for every $100 a family brings in family income, they owe $136. So I'm not going to deny the stress that we have out there, but I am going to highlight some things that we can do as families. Studies have shown that families that stay together and play together and eat meals together, they thrive. In fact, one study has shown that families that have at least 4 meals a week together, those kids in those families do better in their school. 4 meals a week. When you think about breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you know, 7 times, that's less than 20% of the possible meals. So just 4 meals a week we can have as a family, and the kids thrive from that. The kids need the time. Mom, dad, whoever's out there, the kids, the families need to be together. They need to know that your presence with them, your time with them matters, and they respond to it. Kids can get as much joy out of the small things as they can the big events, meaning going to the park and playing ball can be just as important than trying to take them to Disneyland. They don't need the big events. You know, so I've kind of come up with a list of things that we can do for family time. First of all, first thing we need to do as a family is to worship together, to be in church and be consistent in your church time. You know, families should be together worshiping. Families should be together taking communion together and those type of things. We need to pray together. Pray every day. You know, dads, I really encourage dads and husbands to pray over their kids and with their kids, over their wives and with their wives. I don't know why, but when we have family time, when we have prayer time in my house, our kids get a kick out of who's going to be last. You know, who gets prayed for last? For some reason, that's a big deal to them. You know, we take turns rotating who's prayed for last. But we're praying together every day. We're doing at least one weekly devotion together as a family. You can use these cards they have, Bible cards with characters and places, teaching the kids that, and kids' books and Bible stories, whatever it takes. But have one time a week, at least one time a week, where the family comes together and has devotions. And then when you do errands, take the kids with you. I know in my family, my kids call those outings. You know, they get to have an outing with mom or an outing with dad, and all we're doing is running errands, but we're together. It's family time together. And then we have one-on-one time. It's important to be together one-on-one with your kids. In our house with my girls, I date my girls. Friday morning breakfast, we just rotate weeks, and you know, we take time being together. And you know, dad and his daughters are out there just having a date, having breakfast, just talking, having a good time. That one-on-one time is important. You know, create traditions. They can be monthly, they can be weekly, they can be seasonal. You know, birthdays are a big deal in our house. Christmas is a big deal in our house. We have traditions for both of those. I know somebody that has, you know, payday ice cream. When they get paid, they take the kids out for an ice cream cone. Just create traditions as you are processing things. Take vacations together. Now we know finances are a situation or a problem, but go camping. It doesn't cost much. You know, do things together where you get away and take vacations together. Play ball together, go to the park, you know, have fun. Doesn't cost a lot of money. You know, help them develop a hobby. My kids like cameras, you know. In the digital age, it doesn't cost anything. In the days when we had film, it was expensive. But now with digital stuff, they can take all the pictures they want. Help them develop a hobby. Give them responsibilities around the house. You know, they're washing dishes, they're taking out the trash, they're washing the cars, whatever. They have responsibilities around the house. It creates family, it creates unity. If they're young, especially if they're young, Hang up their artwork around the house. They love to see their pictures and their notes, you know, plastered on the walls and doors and those type of things. Kids of all ages love to get mail. Send them a letter. Send them a note of encouragement. Just drop it in the mail for them. Let them receive mail. And the last thing I would say to encourage families is get beyond yourself. You know, meaning go out and help someone else and do it as a family. You know, go to the food bank and feed somebody. You know, go find someone who is homeless and give them some groceries. Do something. Just get beyond yourself and help someone else out. This is crazy times. Financially, busyness, all these things added up, but we cannot let the family suffer because of it. God bless you. Have a great week.